Hello, and thank you for joining this afternoon. Uh, Apologies for starting 5 minutes late. I just wanted to have a little chat with some of our presenters today and get things sorted. But thank you again for joining. So we're running today's seminar about self-introduction presentation examples and game ideas based off the feedback from our first session, which was the introduction to teaching. So every single person that filled out the feedback form for our first seminar were asking for us to run this presentation. It's a little, I wish I was able to hold this a little earlier before we were in schools, but we're only just starting schools. So hopefully today can be beneficial, and hopefully you can find something new that you can add to your self-introduction that you should already have somewhat ready to go with students and already starting to try. So today's menu, really simple. So we have Nikki Cruz here today, and Michaela Lemons also joining us today. They are both presenting their self-introduction examples. And then after that, Nikki will go into detail about game ideas that she has used in her classroom, and we'll have a bit of a discussion about some other game ideas that we can use in the classroom. So please speak up, write in the chat if you have any other ideas yourself that you wish to share with others. And then finally, I want you to have a turn. I would like you to present and for us to give each other feedback. I feel like that's the best way to learn, is through trying and getting feedback from it. Unfortunately, we won't have enough time for everyone to do full big presentations, but hopefully a few people can present today. So let's get it on the road.
Let me start. Hello everyone. I'm excited to be here with you guys this afternoon. So today we are going to talk about me. Okay, so I have one question. So feel free to use the chat or just open your mic. So I have this question. What do you call a diary in Japanese? Anyone? Aside from Kurtis, of course. Does anyone know? What's the diary?
What's the word diary in Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Oh,
Thank you, Sky.
okay. So Sky wrote, Nikki. Yes, a diary is called Nikki in Japanese. So, hello, thank you so much. So, Nikki, that's my name. So, yeah, for this, let me just take off with a discussion. So, for this part, you can have a play with your name or which one is the closest to your name. For example, I have Nikki, as in the diary, Kurtis as in kata, which is his shoulders, and we have a few ALTs. His name is Jude. He used the words judo. So yeah, JR for the JR Express. So yeah, feel free to have fun with association with your name. So yeah, Nikki, Nikki. Okay, so I usually ask this just to this is commonly done in my school, so I don't know about the others, but this one is a mini game. So how are you game? So do I need to explain this? Okay, so I run this by using, or I made a card. So what we do is, for example, I am with my JTE, so I gave him or her a card. I gave him a card. So I ask him, how are you? And then whatever is in the card, they're going to answer me. So for example, I'm sleepy. Oh, I'm sleepy too. So if we have the same card, we are going to do rock, paper, scissors. So whoever loses will give the card to the winner. So it's like a collecting game, collecting how are you game. Okay, so next. So we do, how is the weather? It's windy, rainy, sunny. And then, of course, I make them guess how old I am. So, am I 3, 20, 30, or 60? But I do not tell them the correct answer. So, I always tell them, oh, I'm 60 years old. Yes. Yeah. The next, another question. So, this is a game thingy, but I'm really sorry. Okay, so where am I from? Am I from Japan, Thailand, or the Philippines? I have 3 clues. Hint 1. My flag has 3 stars and a sun. Hint 2. I have over 7,000 islands.
Japan.
Oh, Japan! And hint 3. My people love eating adobo and sing karaoke. So, any guess? Am I from Japan, Thailand, or the Philippines? You can type it on the box, on the chat box, please. Oh, has to be Japan. Yes, definitely Japan. Okay. So the answer is, oh no, it's not Japan. Sorry. I'm from the Philippines. So once I tell them I'm from the Philippines, I usually play a video. So let me check if this plays.
Yes.
Yes. So usually I would get just a 1 minute or 2 minute video because, the kids get bored easily. So, yep, just choose a 1 or 2 minute video just to introduce where you are from, the hometown, your hometown or your country. So whichever you would like, you can put it right there. I tried that already. Okay. Okay, I tried it already, videos, and they got bored. Oh, but they were musicians. Oh, okay, so if video doesn't work, maybe, what can I?
Like photos and you talking about the photos, I guess. Like.
Yeah, maybe photos will do. So just to introduce something like that. And make sure that the video that you're going to present is, you have at least 3 options for that. So if they are already bored with this one looks boring, this one doesn't have a very fun music. Yeah, so, because which one? Okay, let me show you my other self-introduction because I have done like many versions of this. So, please wait for a second. Okay, so for this one,
you need to reshare that one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So,
come in there.
Okay. So let me just stop sharing this one. And window. Okay, this one. Yep. Okay. So this one is my other how are you or self-introduction. So I have here one, not just one, I have 2 videos. First one I hide if I know that the kids would get bored with this one because this is, oh wow, a minute and 42 seconds only. And then this one, I use this one because this one is much better, but a little fast. Yeah, so I think this one is more like, it makes the lesson fun, I guess, because of the lively music. So just make sure that the video that you're going to pick is has good music. Yep. So that the kids won't get bored. Okay, so going back, which one is it? Okay. Yeah, sorry for the. Okay, going back to this slide. Now let's play a mini game. So this game is, oh no, sorry. So I want you to meet my family. So in my family, we have 4 engineers. So can you guess which one or which of the 7 people here are the 4 engineers? Okay, so for example, okay, so it's my mom, it's my older brother, my dad, and my youngest brother. So we have 4 engineers, and my sister is a financial manager, and my sister-in-law is an accountant. So you can ask them, for example, like this one, how many engineers are there in my family? So since I have 7, they can say 1, 2, 0, or yeah. So just make question and answer like interactive, fun, self introductions, because I think that helps them engage more with you. Okay, so next, my friends. So my friends, surprisingly, is composed of teachers and engineers too. Wow. Okay, so I have 2 engineers here. They are still students, but they're going to be engineers anyway. So, and I have 3 teachers, teacher friends. And of course, my previous school. And I cannot forget my Iwaki City ALT friends. Yay! So, yeah. Feel free to add more pictures for the kids. Okay, now let's play. Okay, so this game is called This or That. So, if you want to answer this, please click the like reaction button. And if you want to say that, please click the heart button. Okay, thank you, Kurtis. So now let's play. Do you like white or black? This or that? Oh, okay. So, I think we have a tie. Okay, so some of you answered this and some of you answered that. I like black more than white. Okay, so my answer is a heart. Yeah. Okay, next. Oh, Filipino foods. Have you tried anything or any of this one? So please click this for chicken adobo and heart for pork sinigang. Wow, Kurtis is raining. Pressing the heart button. Okay, so I like sinigang. So chicken adobo is yeah. So yeah, you can have fun. Like for example, my favorites. You can play this or that. One way that I can have a suggestion to make this more fun is make the kids stand up and make lines for this or that, so they can like, and then have timer for 3 seconds so they can like regroup themselves. So yeah. Okay, next. This or that, tuna sushi or salmon sushi? Oh, everyone's pressing hard. I like salmon sushi too. Oh, Michaela likes tuna sushi too? Okay, so next. Oh, miso ramen or shoyu ramen? This or that? Oh. Okay, so we all agree with this one. Miso ramen is better than shoyu ramen. Sorry, shoyu ramen lovers. Okay, next. Oh, okay. This one is hard. Tabe hodai or nomi hodai? Nomi hodai, sorry. So all you can eat or all you can drink? This or that? Let's see. Oh, okay. only only like button. I like the all you can drink for me. All you can drink. Okay, next. Oh, okay. Very controversial. One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen? This or that? Okay, so we have Thai. I like One Piece, so I'm going to this. Okay, next. Oh, we have this one. Listening to music or watching anime? This or that? Oh, okay. So we are Thai again. I like watching anime, just like this one. Okay, next. Oh, this or that. Cooking, but failing miserably, or going to concerts. Which one? Okay, yes. Just like Kurtis, going to concerts every weekend. Yes. Okay, the next one. Oh, okay. So this one, I introduce what I really like because this last slide is like going to concerts. So of course, I love going to concerts as well. And now I introduce which what is my favorite K-pop group or what is my favorite group. Or you can insert whatever you like with this one. So I love 17 concerts. So I often go to 17 concerts. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for my self intro. So please bear in mind that this self introduction is meant for elementary school. So that's why I used games as much as possible. For the junior high, you can do other stuff or make the presentation longer. So, one more thing. For the junior high, you can actually use this activity. So, hot potato. Curtis, should I move on with this one? Should I continue?
Okay, there. You're here. You might as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this activity, we use this, Curtis and I used this when we first got here, which is last year, as an activity. So, let me just give you an overview. So, how to play. So, first, you're going to form a big line, a big circle with your teacher. So, you need a toy for this one as well as a music. So, make sure that when you're going to use this game, please use a lively type of music, one that would motivate the kids to like rush to pass the potato or the toy to the other kid or to the other student. So when the music plays, you have to pass the toy to the left. And then when the music stops, whoever has the toy will introduce themselves because you have already done your introduction. So it's their turn next. So they're going to say, "Hello, I'm Nani Nani. I'm My favorite food is Nani Nani. My favorite color is Nani Nani. My hobby is Nani Nani. Nice to meet you." So if they find it hard, for example, your junior high, you have a junior high first year. So if they find something hard in these sentences, maybe you can just choose two, my favorites. But I believe they are already like, they already learned these sentences. So yeah, have fun with this game. This game is really good, I think, to build rapport, not only with the students, but also the teacher. You can get the teacher to join with you. In my case, I got our vice principal because he was there that time to like take pictures of our self introduction. I got him to join the circle, and I intentionally stopped the music when he was holding the toy. So, yeah, have fun with this activity. So, next is a piece of me. So this one, they are going to need a pencil, color crayons, and the heart. This one. So they are going to write or to draw the pictures that they like inside these puzzle pieces or this heart which has the puzzle pieces. So yeah, this is like a fun arts activity if you're not into like games and such. Yeah. So next one, the very used bingo. So I like bingo. So they're going to list down the things that they like. So just the noun, just the word itself. So for example, we have here blue, winter, bananas, black, my friends, One Piece. So for this one, they're going to roam around and have or find people that has the same things that they like. So once they crossed out, for example, um, they have crossed out this line, they get a bingo. So please make sure that you have stickers ready for this activity. So of course, the teacher can also do this to build rapport with the students. Yep. So that's about it for my self introduction. So yeah,
Are there
please
any
yourself. Sorry.
any
Just make
questions
some.
before
Mhm.
we move on to Michaela's?
Yep. Okay, let me just stop sharing.
I do want to add though, with the hot potato game, you can actually, like, as Nikki was talking about, I have multiple slides and I hide them, and like I have multiple slides depending on the level. So for example, if my favorite such and such is too hard, you can say like, I like the color blank, or even just like, I like. Like, you can really simplify it, or you can really bring that level up depending on what grade you're teaching. So it's really flexible, that activity. Yes, stickers are a must. From elementary all the way to junior high school, even high school probably. Fabulous. All right, we'll get Michaela starting to set up with hers. And if you have any questions in regarding Nikki's one, please put in the chat. And if you have any questions whilst we're going along, please pop it in the chat anytime as well. So Michaela, you're welcome to, hopefully you have access to share. Yes, perfect, it's coming up. Excellent, yes, looks great.
Perfect. Okay, can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, excellent.
Wonderful. Okay, I just want to kick this off with Nikki. Your self-introduction is so fun. I don't know if I could live up to that, but I will say that this, a little bit of background, maybe there are some folks who are coming in with similar situation to me. This was my first time teaching English as well. So I feel like when I first got here last year, I was like super, super nervous. I'd watched a ton of different videos. I would have loved something like this. And so I feel like it is so wonderful to have an example like Nikki's. And also keep in mind, whatever you present will be good. I just want to like underscore that. They just want to get to know you and like literally like peek into your entire life and who you are as a person who is not from their country or area. And so I have a pretty small town. I teach at junior high and elementary school. And this was my self-introduction now. I have not changed it. However, I definitely would and have made adjustments to following things, which I think is always a good sign of you learning from your presentations. So I love Canva. I'm a Canva junkie. So that's where I got these slides from. Just gonna, no, that did not do anything I wanted it to. There we go. Boom. So my first slide, I go right into like, I'm an American. And I have here like showing how big America is. Sometimes I talk on that, sometimes I don't. If there's a question, then like I'll kind of go into it, but specifically for like elementary school, this might be a little bit above their understanding to go into how big or small it is. But I have talked about it in elementary school. I just use more gestures. Like America is very, very big, and Japan is not so big compared to America. Sorry, I'm struggling on how to change slides. She's, there we go, boom. And then I specify that I am from Washington State. Of course, a lot of students are like, what? Some of, when I talk to teachers or something, I'll say Seattle. And for students, I'll say Seattle too. And I'll mention the Mariners because our baseball team has had a Japanese player, but I have since been informed that that is about a generation ago that they cared. It's all about Ohtani Shohei. However, everyone loves Starbucks. And so I do like to plug that the first Starbucks ever was opened in Seattle. I have a very, very limited Japanese skill. So this is a point where I kind of ask, or, I might talk to the JTE or the homeroom teacher and like get them to translate so this fact actually hits and that is actually fun. And now that I've been here longer, right? Like I know they call it Starbucks. And I'm like, do you know Starbucks? Oh, okay. It's from Washington. It's from Seattle. So kind of using the language that you learn that they're familiar with, I think is a really great fact. And I think something highlighted in Nikki's presentation of using language that you know that they are familiar with. Sometimes when you come in really fresh, it's like, okay, I don't even know what words to use or what to say. And I think that definitely comes with time and experience, but also asking your JTE or your teachers a good idea if you can. I saw someone put in the chat that they love your examples of home. I brought as much American money as I could. If you have not done this yet, I find that the younger grades in elementary school cannot be trusted with your coins. A couple of them were like, is this for me? And I was like, no, baby, this is my money. But it is really nice. I find with third grade and fourth grade in elementary, it's giving show and tell. Like I hold it and maybe I could walk around the room or another teacher will walk around the room because they will snatch your money up in the most loving way, but they will snatch your money up. But for high school, I did pass things around, or junior high school, sorry. I did pass things around and that was really, really cool. But be mindful of time. Oh, yes, and spilling coins on the floor. Absolutely. Being mindful of how much time I had, I realized quickly is something I had to think about. And this was also something where we practiced saying what the coin was. And we talked about, loosely, like what a comparison could be compared to yen. Then I talk about my family. They always get a kick of Santa. One kid asked me if that was my dad. And I thought that was hilarious. I was like, no, that's Santa-san. Don't play me. I don't look like him. But also my hair has changed. So they're like always like, is that you? And I'm like, yes. My hair can change. It changes shapes. So that's really fun. And also in the photo with my family lined up, like I point out that I have 4 aunts in that photo. And I'm like, Obasan. And they're like, what? So that's always really fun too. And then I just collaged my family. These are my friends that I also consider my family. And I think it is kind of striking for some of them to see so many different looking people and the dogs. They love the dogs. There's not enough time to talk about the dogs. And they even like named my dog Bo-chan, which is so cute. So now my dog has a little Japanese nickname. Things I like. So I go through kind of here of the different things I like. Nature and hiking was not a hit. I'm just gonna like be really honest with y'all. They were like, what? If it's not a sport, they're just like, girl, I don't care about that. And I was like, hiking is tough. I was like, I like walking, but again, it wasn't a hit. As you may have guessed, the anime was a huge hit. Shout out to you, Nikki. I also love me some One Piece. And the Adventure Time and Steven Universe are American cartoons. And I was gifted DVD sets that have like a 3D effect when you open them. So I brought the DVD sets with me. And like when you open them, one has like a literal like paper treehouse, and all the kids like were amazed by it. So that was really cool. And in junior high school, I passed them around. So it was also really cool for them to see the art too. This is kind of a slide that, in retrospect, I feel like I would have readjusted. But trying to also explain like that trying new things is fun. And then like talking about curling. Curling is the same in katakana and Japanese. And so like we talked about curling a little bit, and they were like, whoa, I've never done that. But it was really fun to talk about. And yes, Caroline, I can't tell you how many times like this is my base edit. She's just seeing it. I'm like, oof, Lord, I've learned so much. And then at this point is I mean, if they haven't guessed by this point of the presentation that I don't know Japanese very well. And then I love for them to teach me. And this has been great throughout the year. Being able to explain to them that like I am studying Japanese. I think it would have been a great experience for me to learn how to say that in Japanese and just practice before my presentations so that they could be like, oh, instead of the JT saying it. But it's really fun to be able to say it now too, to the students. And they'd be like, okay, Lemon Sensei, I got you. And so, yeah. And I think that's pretty much it for my presentation. Well, then I have a question section, and then the rest are kind of like hide the slides. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. I think one thing that I also would have done differently is asking if the teachers wanted me to do a quiz or some type of like check-in for understanding. Honestly, none of them did at that point, but when I did my introduction, like a mini introduction for my children that went from 6th grade to 1st grade in junior high school, but more for the teacher, she expressed that she wanted that. So being able to like have the conversation with your JT, I think is a good idea, for sure. Sorry if I buzzed through that. Please feel free to ask me any questions. But yeah, I'm here.
Great, thank you so much. Yes, if you have any questions, please raise your hand and we can let you speak, or yeah, just write in the chat, which we've been doing. I've been seeing all the comments in the chat, so fabulous. Do you have any other like ideas of like, have you tried any like other games or ways to get students to try their self-introductions in your classroom?
For them to do self-introductions, honestly, I'm not really, mostly because I teach too hard. Like my teachers really don't ask me for much in the way of games or things like that. So I don't really have the opportunity to do that in my classrooms, in junior high or elementary school.
Okay.
I'm not complaining, but like I'm always down to, listen, but I don't have any to share there.
That's all right. And Kavita, have you got any other game ideas that you'd like to share? as well?
Yeah,
Could be
so
yourself.
with my self-introduction, do you mind if I just share my screen quickly so I can just
Yes.
show it?
Yes, go ahead.
Sweet. Where is it? Okay, maybe I won't be able to because I have no idea how to. But anyway, I'll just say it. I've got multiple slides on my self-introduction that compares, because I'm from New Zealand, and we've got some like obviously quite different cultural things like food, and in Japan, Christmas is in winter, but in New Zealand, it's in summer, and that's the same with Australia as well. And just kind of like having like some slides that are comparing like two different things, and I find that the kids really enjoy that. Like they're like, whoa, that's really interesting. And I've scattered quiz questions like across the whole presentation. So like say if I introduce some facts about the city I'm from, maybe a couple of slides later, I'll bring that question up and be like, oh, do you remember what the name of my city was? Or do you remember how many people lived there? That kind of thing, just to mix it up. And so I'm not always talking, and the kids get a chance to sort of, do a bit of thinking too. So that can be quite fun. And also in my introduction, I have like some slides that sort of are like discussion points. So if I've like finished talking about where I've come from or like my city, I'm like, okay, so what do you like about, like, for instance, I'm in Kyoto. So what do you like about Kyoto? And just give them 2 minutes to talk and share their answers as well. So that's been also quite popular and quite good.
I think that is very important, and like senpai LTs have said to me that it's important to really link to their lives as well. So like
Absolutely.
linking to anime, sports, Shohei Otani, and even like the local area as well, right? Because they're the experts of their local area,
Yeah.
not you. So they can maybe find ways to talk about their local area and introduce it to you. There are chapters in the textbook that do get the students to
Yes.
tell you about their town. So it works better in that chapter. But like if you're doing like Sannense, for example, like third year of junior high school, or even second year, potentially first year, yes, they definitely will be able to describe some aspects of their town. Elementary, no.
100%. Oh, and one more thing. We speak Māori as well in New Zealand. It's not a dominant language, unfortunately, but it is still spoken, especially with greetings. So I like to teach them a bit of Māori as well. And fun fact is that kawa in Japanese is the same word in Māori, which means river. So and the kids also like, whoa, that's really interesting. So yeah. Just dropping cool facts like that, as Michelle has done as well with the Starbucks thing.
Excellent. Jasmine, I would recommend using as many personal photos as possible. I feel like it just connects better with the students. Like I use a mix. I have some photos of, because I'm from Australia as well. I have one slide of like pictures of like some places in Australia and some foods, and then that's about it. And then I move more onto me because they're more interested in me than they are in Australia, if that makes sense. Because we're like, celebrities. Hope that helps. I'm happy to also send my slides as well at the end after this, and you can look over my slides as well. Any tips with shy clashing? Yeah, so for Sky, we had a discussion. I had a discussion with others as well, about getting students to ask you questions. So if you are in front of a whole class, you've done your presentation, and you just go, any questions? The answer is going to be no response. It's going to be crickets. Because like they don't know what to do. So what I find works well is another game is like you give them a timer and you just literally get them to go into groups of like 4 or 5 and get them to brainstorm a question for you, and you get the homeroom teacher or like the JDE to go around and help them. you don't really want to go around and help them because it kind of spoils the surprise of what they ask you. But yeah, once they're in groups, I feel like they're a bit better. And then you just get one person to be the leader of it and get them to like junk in for the leader as well. And please be ready for inappropriate questions as well. Like every single time I was like, do you have questions? And there's always one group that's like, do you have a kanojo? Do you have a girlfriend? So they will ask you, especially junior high school, will ask you those questions. Oh, okay, lovely. Yeah. Okay, great. Love that. I guess it's a really important question, I guess. Surprised that they know the word for gun, I guess. Yeah. It's a really relevant topic, I guess, in America at the moment, and they might have heard about it in the news, so kind of makes sense.
I mean, they were third grade elementary students, so I was like, whoa, okay, I think that's why I wasn't ready.
Yeah, elementary students. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so again, I start with the how are you, and we love some minions. And I really like to do gesture as well along with this, so I get the students to do the gestures. They really struggle with the last two. I get them to guess the last two. So I'm like, what do you think is the last, like the cool, this one? And if they can't read cool, I'm like, what do you think? And they're like, angry. And they're like, sad. And so they eventually get all I tell them. And then pretty is very easy. And then I act like I'm a pretty girl. And then I'm like, are you cool? Are you happy? Are you pretty? Sensei, are you pretty? Oh yeah, sensei's pretty. Yeah, and then this is my one. I don't really like have on my side about the kata for kata sensei, but I do the shoulders. And the aloha is not because I'm from Hawaii, it's because I'm in Iwaki, and Iwaki is known for being like the Hawaii of Japan. So they don't know where I'm from yet. This is when I ask them, where am I from? And I throw them because I go, am I from the UK? Am I from France? And I know some French. So I speak to them in French. Bonjour, comment ça va? Tu parles français? Ouais, non? Tu manges la baguette? Yada yada. And then, Australia. And so sometimes like some of the schools like announced that they're like, we have the new AOT from Australia coming. So some of them already knew, so I was like sad. But if they didn't know, a lot of them were like, French, he's French. And I was like, no, Australia. And then, what do you know about Australia? Instead of me telling them, you tell me. Most of the time they're shy, so I just kind of use this image as an excuse. And I go, what's this? And they're like, koala, kangaroo. They actually can guess most of them. They struggle with wombat, and they think it's like a hamster, like a moromoto. And the bird. Okay, so this is what I was talking to you about before, about how I'll show some of the places. They will see some of these places in their textbooks, especially like grades 5 and grade 6. They might not know the names. And I tell them like Sydney Opera House, and I'm like, opera, like la, singing. And they think it's hilarious. And I'm like, the big orange rock in the middle of Australia, Nemo's home. So I tied into things that they know. And then I'm like, what's this? They're like, kangaroo. I'm like, yes, there's a kangaroo, but where? On a beach. So I'm using those question words as well. And I'm like, what's this? And it throws them. They're all like, hot dog. And I'm like, I'm not from America. And I'm like, I point to the bread. I go, what's this? They're like, pun. And I'm like, in English, they're like, bread. And I'm like, what's this? They're like, sausage. And I'm like, so? And they're like, bread sausage. I'm like, not quite. They're like, sausage bread. I'm like, no. It's actually sausage sandwich. And they're like, oh. And then I show them this. Actually, fun fact before, a fun fact about wombats is that wombats have square poo. And so I literally say that to them, like with the wombat one. I'm like, did you know that there's something special about wombats and it's square? And they're like, it's nose. I'm like, no. And they're like, it's house. I'm like, no. I'm like, it's poo. And they're like, what? He said poo? And they find it hilarious. And then again, I've got like these square things. And I'm like, what's this? Wombat poo? No, Lamingtons. And then I just describe sponge cake, chocolate, coconut. So I use a lot of gesture as well. And then with the lamingtons, I ask if it's sweet or salty. They don't really know those words. So either use your JTE to help, or if you have enough Japanese, give them hints. But yeah, it's like a this or that, right? And so I just do a show of hands. Some of them think it's salty because it looks like salt on it, but it's sugar or coconut, right? So I tell them that before I tell them what the ingredients are. So it's wombat poo, sweet or salty ingredients. And then ask them again, like, what do you think this is? Do you think it's sweet or salty? Because it kind of looks like Nutella, but darker. So again, it throws them. And then Tim Tams, I love Tim Tams. And then animals that they should already know. Just like Kavita talked about the Maoris, I talked about the Aboriginal Australians. I use this more in junior high school, elementary school. I kind of breeze past this a little bit because it's a little too challenging to get the heads around a little. But not really, because they have the native people of Japan as well. So I talk about how there's over 300 languages. I do have to translate that for them because they do find that a little hard. And then I'm like, every single color there is a country, is an Aboriginal country and all language. And then I go, this is Aboriginal dot painting. And I'm like, just like Australia, Japan has Senjumin, has indigenous people. Who are they? And then I quiz them about the Ryukyu Islands, Okinawa, and then the Ainu in Hokkaido. Where is my home? Sydney. And then I take these photos. So they like anything that's like taken by you. They're like, hey, totta no? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, look, do you remember? So my little, instead of doing quiz, I'm like, do you remember? Where is this? And they're like, Opera House. And I'm like, we ate pizza. Yeah, so my family. And then I point to the puppy. And I'm like, look, that's my little brother. And they're like, he's an idiot. He doesn't know who his brother is. He thinks his brother's a dog. I also use both spellings as well to kind of introduce that I'm from Australia and we use different spelling from American. Yeah, and I try to use pictures that relate to the thing. So I go, my mum loves travel, and I point to the plane, and then they go, okasan wa hikoki ga suki da ne. Like, his mum likes planes, and I'm like, close. And use language that they use. So she can, nani nani. So that's from like grade 5 and above. She can make my favorite food. And I talk about my favorite food. My brother, cars and video games. They go crazy for Smash Brothers. My sister, they don't really know about Genshin Impact. That's a niche thing. Yeah, and these are her drawings. Using adjectives. Oh, this is what they love the most, the dogs. So Rimu, and then I show them a video of Rimu. And they're like, oh, is this live? Are they zooming? Like, is she talking to us now? So they love it. And then Kai, and they find it crazy because this Kai is Rimu's son. And they're like, but he's white and Rimu's black. How can they be mum and son? Oh, and like pictures of your childhood as well. They think it's like mind-blowing seeing you as a child. So, and in the picture with my uncle, because I don't really talk about my dad, because, we all have different family situations, right? And so without going into detail about that, right, I just, he's my uncle or Ji-san. Again, anything about you, anything at school, traveling, about, this was when I came to Japan. I do a little activity. They love the gifts, especially the dancing girl. So one's a lie, they're climbing the tree. So I get them, I go, number 1, number 2, number 3, and then they guess, and then I showcase what I like, and there's videos, so they love videos of you as well. And I actually, I teach all my schools how to dance. So what I mean by that is I just teach them like one move with my hands. So I get them out of their seats, and they absolutely love it. This one I breeze through this one. This one, they like this one about the foods do I dislike as a little quiz. They all think it's wasabi. And none of them know what Brussels sprouts are. That's why I have mini cabbage. Yeah, and then I kind of breeze past this one as well. If I do this one, I'm like, what's missing? And none of them pick up. I'm like, there's no girls in the thing. And they're like, oh. But yeah, that's it from me. And then, of course, pictures from my local area. And then Yeah, so this is the different like levels of that I do. So this one is actually based off the New Horizons or New Crown, chapter 1. So this is junior high school, Ichinensei should be able to do this. Especially by the end of lesson 1 or chapter 1. They cover all this. Oh yeah, what club did you join? They did that in Rokunensei, in like just before they go into Ichinensei. So 6th grade into 1st grade. And then the sound. Some of them might forget, even though they just did it in 6th grade. Some of the careers, I just do this just to review. But I try to keep my expectations high and my language level high, and then scaffold down if I need to, or support them if I need to. Yeah, and so I have my various levels. This is Sanensei, so this is like the hardest. But yeah, that is from me. Let's see if I can find the thing again. There we go. Alrighty. Fabulous. We got it 2-6. Right. Okay, I'm just looking at the chat now. Same dog with your brother. I think it's actually one of Rimu's puppies. So Rimu had 3 lots of litters because she's like a purebred Finnish Laphound. So that's one of the puppies. I think it was Apollo, the dog's name, or Athena, one of them. Yeah, so yeah, everyone has their own style, right? So Canva was a good base for Nikki and I, that we both use Canva as the base. So I really recommend using that as a base. Michelle, what did you use as your base? Because I really liked yours as well.
Also Canva.
Yeah, so there's your go-to. Yeah. So find one that you like, or steal our base and change it up. I wanted to keep it kind of low-key, chill, just really discussion-based. So hopefully you found it helpful. So please scan the QR code. I'll also pop the survey link in the incoming email that I'll send tonight or tomorrow with the slides or links to slides that we used today. Hopefully the presenters are okay with sharing what they shared today, or some version of that. Yes, once you have scanned the QR code, you're welcome to enjoy the rest of your night. And please keep your eye out for any future professional learning sessions. I'm currently working on sorta the upcoming sessions, depending on how busy I am and who I can get to help. But thank you again for coming.